But then we get, we get to see an equally cringeworthy interaction between Fred and Warren. Ugh.
Oh, this wasn't cringeworthy, except for Fred. Maybe he found it cringeworthy.
That's
Oh
the
my
best
God, I thought
line.
this is the best thing. The
Yep.
best thing ever is that no one cares enough to be bothered to negotiate for Fred at all. And Putnam is super surprised that he suggested it, and Fred is super surprised that nobody thought of it.
Yeah. Out of sight, out of mind. As you can see, my pasture is very small and fenced in. Have there been any negotiations? Like the gall of him to ask.
And then we finish on "We continue to send you thoughts and
Oh, it's so delicious. And Fred is just beside himself. Like, he's so incensed, but he's also so hurt. Because you can tell, he thought he was super important. And as it turns out, they don't care about getting him back. They care about getting Serena back in Gilead, because that bitch can produce. Or reproduce, as the case would be. That's it. That's all they fucking care about. And they're acknowledging that Fred can't reproduce, ergo he is useless to Gilead.
Every time that Fred finds out that he's useless, it is like somebody sprinkled glitter on my soul. It's amazing.
This is also the second time in this episode that we hear someone think of the precedent. So we heard it earlier when Ruth was discussing with Janine about how Janine has these special compensations for Janine, or how Aunt Lydia has these special compensations for Janine, and everyone's privy to it. And in this, Putnam is effectively saying the same thing. Like, if we had a special accommodation for you and we made exceptions for you, then what does that say about our leadership style? We can't be having that. And it's really I enjoy watching these two portions of Gilead, the staunch Gilead supporter draw this hard line, and those that are on the fringes noting the absurdity of that and having to play within that system.
This scene just left me feeling all warm and fuzzy, I'm not going to lie. And I think it's because it left Serena and Fred, their mutual experience, not at all warm and fuzzy, not even close. Both of them, we see after this, are collectively shitting bricks, and they should be. I felt great, though. I cackle laughed so much throughout these two scenes. Especially Fred's. Oh, especially Fred's. That was beautiful to just see the look on his face, to know that nobody cares about you as much as you care about you, Fred.
Yeah, he effectively said you aren't worth the trouble. Saving you would be more problem than good. What can you do for us anyway?
Old war horses like us are being put out to pasture is this polite way of saying no one gives a shit.
Yeah, about him too. I feel like he's also very codedly trying to be I don't really have much to say or do, because we've seen Putnam kind of just gets kicked around by that other dude. You know what I mean? Putnam can't do shit. If that's the best that Fred's got in Gilead is Putnam, he's screwed. And Putnam tells him as much.
That's
Putnam is just okay, well, there's one less person to contend with. He can absolutely stay in the War Tribunal. Bye, Fred. He probably figures, well, I might look a little more important now with Fred gone. Now I get to peddle my wares across Gilead and see who notices and who wants to, keep me off the wall. This is a great thing for Putnam.
Yeah, it's also they're both of the Putnams are trying to maneuver the Waterfords being in prison to their advantage. Warren in a political aspect and Naomi in a baby acquiring aspect. So that concludes our first half wrap up of season 4, episode 9, Progress. Join us for the second half, where we jump right back into the Red Center, our favorite place in the world. We love it there.